Hello, everybody. It's your girl, DAZZLE, and I'm back for another tarot reading. So please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload or when I go live. And if you would like to book a private reading, all you have to do is check in my description box. So let's get into this. So, first of all, Tory Lanez was found guilty, and they sentenced him after a long, lengthy process of getting, letters and stuff like that on his behalf, talking about his character and things like that. Hell, even Iggy Azalea sent a letter, right? And they sentenced him to 10 years. I predicted 5. To be honest with you, I feel like he's just going to do between 5 and 8 years. So that can be 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. He's not going to do all 10, okay? So we have that, but I really want to talk about how the manipulation of the media and what we consume affected how we viewed a victim and the aggressor, okay? The one who victimized, okay? So remember way back when good old COVID was out, and everybody couldn't do nothing but stay in the house. If you lived in the hood, you know what I'm saying, you probably was still outside, doing cookouts all the time, you know what I'm saying, because they ain't really give a fuck about the hood, doing cookouts all the time, eating crab legs every day because you got more food stamps, or getting your little drink on and stuff like that. People became drunks during COVID, but the one thing that we did get to do was we did get to see celebrities find new ways, like OnlyFans and other ways, to make money. Okay, so Tory Lanez came out with quarantine radio, right? Which was cool. It was funny. Megan Thee Stallion was on there. That I guess they became close like that. So people was watching that. People was watching Versus. I mean, a whole bunch of different things. We got to see celebrities find new ways to make some money, right? So you had that going on, right? And then all of a sudden we hear that something happened to Meg, right? And so basically we just see the visuals. We see her limping. It's a horrific scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, initially people didn't want to say exactly what happened, but we knew something happened. And then, then it was I stepped on glass, you know what I'm saying, like that. And then all of a sudden, because Tory Lanez was saying stuff or getting the media to say certain stuff, Megan Thee Stallion decided to just outright just say what happened, like he shot me, right? So with that, the Megan Thee Stallion naysayers was like, look, she's a liar, you know what I'm saying? So around that time you kind of seen the hate train bubbling up, right? And hindsight 2020, let me just tell y'all. So for real, what we know now that we did not know initially. I mean, I did readings on it and stuff like that. I told y'all a lot of stuff in my readings, right? So, basically what we know initially is that, what we know now that we did not know initially is that basically, ooh, who dog is that? You know what? I'm going to tell my peoples that live in the hood, like, if y'all don't want these pit bulls, and only thing y'all gonna do is let them get out or abandon them and they walking in the neighborhood and stuff, why even get the pet bull? I understand it's cute or whatever, oh, I got a dog and this and that, but if you're not gonna take care of it, why have it? You're just really practicing inhumane tactics on your animal. Why? The lack of responsibility, the lack of accountability. I mean, it's just all that. And then when it bites somebody, now you affected someone else's life because you don't care. It's like you just don't care. But anyway, back to the point. So what we realized was that Tory Lanez was talking to different bloggers and vloggers, right? and giving out stories and stuff. Like, you have Mob Radio, who was basically promised, her and DJ Academics was promised a podcast with Tory Lanez, and Mob Radio was talking to the family, was talking to Tory Lanez on the phone and stuff, and unbeknownst to her audience, and King Noir, fell out with her. That was her friend. He came out and said that basically Tory Lanez told her that they was fighting over the gun, and that's how Megan Thee Stallion got shot. But for some reason, and I'm pretty sure it's a reason to manipulate the audience, was to say that Megan Thee Stallion was lying, period, about being shot, and basically that she just stepped on glass or bust out a window with her foot, whatever the case may be, and she's a liar, and she's a bad friend too, because it came out that Kelsey and her was having sex with the same person. So now it's, she was messing with Kelsey's boyfriend, but come to find out, none of them were actually dating Tory Lanez. So, and Kelsey was talking to other dudes. So how can you be so mad because your friend hit a pass around? Technically, Tory Lanez is a pass around. I mean, he trying to get in where he fit in. So you got that going on. That is so sad. I'm just looking at this dog running back and forth in the street, and this car is coming and stuff. Like, that is bad. But yeah, so basically you got that going on. So she's spewing out this narrative. She's obviously biased, you know what I'm saying? But people are eating it up because she's having all these long ass lives and stuff talking about it, and people are believing it because that's the only thing they want to listen to, is what they're consuming. And then you have DJ Academics, who basically said that Tory Lanez's prints were not found on the gun, which was technically misinformation. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Excuse me, y'all. It's a loose dog down there. It's a loose pit bull. Okay, thank you. So, yeah, because they got small dogs, so I don't want their dogs to get messed up. But yeah, so basically you got DJ Academics who said that, but it's misinformation because of the fact of the matter is, I mean, technically it was inconclusive. So that means they didn't know whose fingerprints was on it, but they couldn't really decide if it was his or somebody else's. So it's inconclusive based on the evidence. It doesn't mean that, hey, watch your dog. It's a loose pit bull down the street. It just walked down there. So I seen it running. Yeah. Yeah, he been running back and forth across the street. You got little small dogs. My bad, y'all. But yeah, so basically he pretty much gave misinformation, and that's what he did. But he explains it like, well, I got the information from a source. I'm not going to tell y'all who it is. And when I read inconclusive, to me, I interpret it as it was no fingerprints at all. So I'm like, that's misinformation, because you said it like it was fact. So that's misinformation. So then you got that going on. So all this in the conglomerate of this Megan Thee Stallion hate train. She's a bad friend. She had sex with her friend's boyfriend, which is all misinformation of how it went down, right? Because if it's not stated correctly, it's misinformation. That was not Kelsey's boyfriend. They were not boyfriend, girlfriend. And they had sex. So what, right? And for a time, Megan Thee Stallion would not admit to it, even when she went on Gayle King. I did a reading about when she went on Gayle King. She was telling the truth. She just lied about who she had sex with. But she did get shot. But everybody took the fact that she lied about her having sex and took it as her being a big fat liar. So now it's aha, we have something on her. She lied about having sex, so now she's a liar. And she never was shot. And who shot you? And then you have him, Tory Lanez, literally not obeying restraining orders, trying to bogart her set while she's performing live, and he wasn't even supposed to be there. Him and the baby, the plan was him and the baby was supposed to jump on her set while she's performing live, but because they couldn't do it, he just came out with the baby, right? So you got that going on, him making videos, music videos of him cutting up horse feet, taunting the victim, all types of stuff. So everybody viewed her as someone who was not a victim, and everybody took Tory Lanez word for it, because he would go to the media and, you know, befriend the media, you know. So it was this hate train, and then us as consumers, we're just going to believe it because it must be true. Joe Budden said it must be true. Milagro sounds so she's speaking with conviction, so it must be true. DJ Academics, he got to have resources somewhere, so it must be true. It must be true. And then we find out that, first of all, Megan Thee Stallion is not even out here pressing charges. The state put the charges on him. So it's not Megan Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez. It's the state of California versus Tory Lanez, right? And y'all don't understand that you don't have to. A victim does not have to take up charges when it comes to certain things, if it's like a gun involved or a weapon involved and stuff like that. I have a family member right now who is currently going to court in September for trial because of an altercation, and the whole time the other person does not even have to show up because the state picked it up. So you cannot blame the other person. The other person didn't even want to file charges, but the state picked it up anyway. So my loved one got to go through that anyway. So he got to go through a trial, and the victim ain't even there. So it's the same thing. Megan never had to come, for real, for real. The state was still going to pick it up. It helped the state case more that she did come and testify, but she really don't have to if she really felt like that. But they subpoenaed, I mean, she came to testify, whatever. And then his charges wasn't even the charges that y'all thought that they were. So 10 years was fair. You know, it was fair. I did a reading on that too, about how, you know, the judge was going to look at everything during the whole thing, even the sentencing. He was looking at everything that happened that night and everything that happened afterwards. He was all around fair. Everything that happened in the past, leading up to that night and afterwards. All the slander, all the whatever came across as I am not. And what came out, like the recording, the Kelsey interview, the witnesses and stuff like that. Even his own witness turned on him. So it's like he looked at the conglomerate of that and said, well, he is guilty of the charges that was given, and he is not remorseful. However, this and this and this and this, and he said 10 years. And he knows that he may not even serve a whole 10 years. But he has to give him more than 5. You know what I'm saying? So it just goes to show, and then people are still upset. Like, you had this delusional fan, and I realized that she is the representation of the people online that are delusional and keep saying that he didn't do anything wrong. She literally blamed Megan about why she did not go to work today and why she had to go down to a courthouse to support a man that she does not know over an incident that she was not privy to until it became public, and she was not there to witness herself. And then she also threatened Megan Thee Stallion to beat her ass, and to threaten Mariah the Scientist to beat her ass. So these are the people, the sick, delusional people, who really in their head believe that Megan is the worst person in the world. Really. She's a representation of y'all. For real. So it just goes to show to me how when people want to slander your name, they can do it and people will believe it. And because people are heartless and people don't understand the law and people don't want to really look at what really happened, they're quick to throw you away. They're quick to. They're quick to not stand by you. They're quick to throw you away. Y'all talk about throwing Tory Lanez away, but Tory Lanez has a history of violence against people, like a long history. Okay, Megan got into it with her boyfriend before. All right, y'all try to use that against her too, so she's a bad person, right? But however, that has nothing to do with someone shooting her. And technically, y'all say that she got shot in the pinky toe. She didn't get shot in the pinky toe. She got shot on like the heels of her feet. And basically, anytime a foreign object, like basically not glass, but scraps of metal coming from a bullet fragments, scraps, is in your feet, you got shot. You didn't get grazed, you got shot. Be honest. She had to have surgery on one foot. The other foot, they was able to take some of them out. She still got fragments in her feet that causes her pain. So my thing is this: why are y'all dumbing down her injury? If he didn't do it, honestly, if he didn't do it, there's no need to lie and slander about it, because the truth will be the truth. If she stepped on glass, or it was just at her pinky toe, why is there bullet fragments in her heels? Because he Yosemite Sam'd her. Be honest. And the minute that you point a gun in somebody's direction, I don't care if it's this way or this way, you going to jail. Because bullets fly where they want to fly. Anybody could have been killed. So you handled a gun recklessly. And everybody puts the gun in his hand. So he did it. He did it. He deserved those 10 years. Period. I don't care what y'all say, what nobody say. He deserves it. And if y'all don't understand that, I mean, y'all need to, I don't know, seek therapy and ask your God why you want to not believe it, even though the facts are there. It's obvious. So then everybody's like, oh, he's going for appeal. That's why he hasn't been remorseful. But it's like 2 to 3 years or something like that before you can get another appeal. And before you can even do an appeal, or when the appeal goes in place. Either way, you're still going to be in there for years. And they're like, oh, well, Kelsey did it. If Kelsey did it, then guess what? He should have said that shit, because I'm not spending no time in jail for nobody. Fuck wrong with you? That don't make you no snitch. That means that you're intelligent. You don't want to be away from your family for shit that you ain't do. So technically, he's still an idiot, if that's the case. And Rock Nation, what? Rock Nation was trying to keep it quiet. They was trying to Olivia Pope and keep it quiet. But people decided to talk. So you can't blame Rock Nation for everything. You can't blame Rock Nation for why you decided to get high and drunk, allegedly, and be Yosemite Sam. You need to take accountability. And I'm so tired of this generation not wanting to take accountability. That's just like with that Lizzo thing. Okay, you feel like she did all this to you, but you as somebody with that governs yourself, that has autonomy over your own fucking body, that brain send out signals, child, all this done drop. Y'all hold on, girl, I'm so mad. Your brain send out signals, okay? It send out signals to your muscles in your body to do what it's telling it to do. So if you're out here eating bananas out of somebody's honey pot, it's because your brain told your body to do it. That's all that is. Your brain told your body to eat out a banana off of somebody's honey pot. Okay, that's what that was. Oh, you seen it?
We saw it. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, so that's what your body told, just your brain told your body to do. I don't care what Lizzo and everybody was rooting for you to do. You did that. Take accountability. You did that. Nobody put a gun to your head. You did that. You did it. Say it. I did that. You did that. You did it. You stayed where you was not comfortable. You did that. Okay? You did that. Take accountability for that. But anyway, is he going to get an appeal you know, is he really going to get an appeal? 1, 2, 3. The Knight of Swords is in the reverse. This is like an argumentative card in a way. It's trying to force you to think the way that that person thinks. So, this the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. It's a sign up for stuff you don't really understand. To have an expectation about a coin or about an opportunity. And the 8 of Cups, walking away from things that doesn't serve you anymore. He's going to do, at the very most, 8 years. So I don't feel like he's getting an appeal. I feel like he doesn't understand that he's not getting an appeal. I feel like he has bad representation. And he's still he's still, you know, getting his cronies to try to think a certain way, try to get their audiences, you know, the public to think a certain way, like, yeah, we're gonna do this appeal and this, that, and the third. But this lawyer is telling him whatever he wants to hear. Okay, it's telling the audience that too, and matter of fact, telling the public that too. But in all actuality, this is to have an expectation about a coin. Okay. And I think this lawyer is getting a coin from him, and that's what it is. It's the coin, right? But he doesn't understand that. And he's going to do more, at least 5 years. At least 5 years. At the most 8. He's going away. So if y'all don't understand that, then I don't understand. Because y'all got to live in reality. And the reality is, he did it, and he is not remorseful, and he's going around bloggers and vloggers and getting people to sway public opinion. And basically what all he did was start a hate train against Megan Thee Stallion to tarnish her career and tarnish her reputation. And, you know, if you guys don't understand how messed up that is, I don't know what to tell you, because let somebody do that to you at your workplace. You know, somebody assault you in that type of way, and then get people at the workplace to speak out against you and say that it didn't happen and stuff like that. All types of stuff like that. You will be mortified. You will want to fight. You will want to sue. You want that person locked up. So, I'm going to come back, and we're going to go back over this Milagograms and DJ Academics, because I already did, like, readings about those two. And yeah, Milagograms need to watch out though, because this is the second time she done took up for someone who hurt women. Okay, the first time it was that dude from Superfly. So the dude from Superfly was being accused and going to trial, you know, for sexual assault on multiple women. And what she did was say that he didn't do it, he innocent. She was backing him because he reached out to her, you know. She was backing him, similar to Tory Lanez. I mean, she was backing him, and she was like, oh, he innocent. Y'all taking the innocent black man to jail, just like she did with Tory Lanez. And then she even started to harass the victims and shame the victims. I think allegedly, I'm not sure, don't quote me, because I remember on Lipstick Alley, they was talking about how she basically, you know, leaked a sex tape of one of the victims or whatever, just to come to find out he did all that. He was found guilty of every single count, and he is in jail right now. So this is the type of woman y'all listen to and let taint y'all minds. So y'all are crazy for that. Just because somebody's passionate, that doesn't mean they're right. But anywho, peace, y'all.